seminar with your saltwater guide, Captain Dave Hansen. What a great weekend. What a great weekend it was. I hope you all had a good time. Weather was absolutely spectacular all weekend out there offshore. A lot of really good reports from a lot of guys. Saw some really fun fishing. Don't forget, today is Baja Jerky Monday. We always talk about Baja Jerky, start the show off, talk about Baja Jerky on Mondays. Those of you that are members of my website, you already know how important it is to have some protein on the boat because you're out there catching fish every single day. And it's super important to have protein when you're catching fish. And there's no better protein out there to have on your boat. Stays fresh. Put it in your fish hole, put it in one of your boxes, put it in the glove box of your boat. This stuff's ready to go. Baja Jerky. This is my favorite, the sweet orange. This is Kelly Girl's favorite, the salsa fresca. This is my crew's favorite, the lime and serrano pepper. Gang, check out all the different flavors. They got a ton of different flavors at BajaJerky.com. Go to BajaJerky.com. Put in the code YSW for 30. You're going to save 30% on your order. They'll ship this stuff straight to your house if you haven't seen it in your local liquor store. My little sister is selling it at Dana Wharf Sport Fishing on all her boats now. This stuff is gold. It's so good. It's phenomenal. You won't be disappointed. Go check out BajaJerky.com and put in the code YSWG and you'll get 30% off your Baja Jerky. Now, gang, I know there was a lot of people that were out fishing this weekend, but the people that followed the game plan that we posted on Thursday had no problem with boats. There wasn't any boats in the areas that they went to, and they had a phenomenal time looking at Dorado and looking at bluefin, and even a few were captured. But today we're going to talk about why are we looking at so much fish and not catching? And I don't know if any of you were outside on Thursday night or Friday night or Saturday night, but we have this moon that was shining so bright at night, Thursday night, Friday night, Saturday night. And these fish, the Dorado, the yellowtail, the bluefin. Now, I know there were some kelp patties that were found that were pretty damn good, but there was a lot of fish watching this weekend. A lot of fish watching. We put you in the right zone. You were there. You got to see the fish. That's all I can do. I cannot make them bite. I can put you in the zone where they are, and that's what I do on a weekly basis. But here's what I believe. This is the theory that I grew up listening to other captains talk about and guys that are way older than I that did it a lot longer than I, and this is what I was always told. When you have that big moon at night, those fish are feeding at night. Because every fish, I don't care if it's a 300-pound bluefin, a 1,000-pound bluefin, or a 1-pound Dorado, they all believe that they're still small. They all believe they're little bitty fish. They don't know. The smartest fish in the ocean is dumber than the smartest mouse. That's why they swim around in big groups, because they're still afraid that something's going to eat them. So they like to, at night when that moon's bright, they like to feed at night. Gives them the security and the feeling that they're going to be okay. So they like to feed at night. So that's what I believe is going on right now. They're traveling into U.S. waters. There's lots of fish moving up. Lots of Dorado and lots of yellowtail moving up underneath the kelp patties. Once they find that kelp patty in the middle of the night, they're staying there during the day. And then they're getting ready to feed again at night because they fed all night. They're not real hungry. You might get bit better in the afternoon, but I'll tell you something that I believe is going to happen. I believe this next weekend you're going to see catch like you can't even comprehend. I believe that the fish catching is going to be phenomenal this weekend coming up. The game plan's going to put you right on them if you follow our simple game plan. If you're not a member of my website, yoursaltwaterguide.com, and you're spending that phenomenal amount of money on fuel that you guys are spending right now, and you're spending all that money on bait and tackle and rods and reels and Mad Mac troll lures and all the other things you're spending money on, helium and flying fish, why? would you not want to be right where the fish are when you get out there? I don't understand that. It doesn't make sense to me. But we have 3,700 members that are super happy, and they leave phenomenal fish counts. If you go, our reports, if you go look at the fish reports over at Your Saltwater Guide, you'll be shocked at how many thousands and thousands of people have left phenomenal reports. Gang, if it didn't work with the internet the way it is nowadays, you could just Google Your Saltwater Guide and you would just see pages and pages of negative. But you don't see any negative. You see a couple of my old deckhands that we fired because they were whacked out on drugs, leaving some negative stuff. But other than that, you don't see any negative about the website. That's got to tell you something with 3,700 members that it's working. So gang, all I try to do is help you. And I believe that this coming weekend, it's going to be super imperative to be somewhere where the fish are. Now, if you're into fishing for boats, then there's some phenomenal websites that will put you right where all the other boats are. Or if you don't even want to be a part of someone's website, then just follow the sport boats out in the morning. Just stay right behind them, do 10 knots, stay in the prop wash, and you can follow the boats all day. But like I say on Let's Talk Hookup and all the other shows that I do and everything else, you did not buy your boat to fish for boats. And if you do like to fish for boats, then stay in the harbor. Save yourself a phenomenal amount of money and don't go out there. But I think this is the reason why a lot of you were looking at fish this weekend, is because the fish fed all night long because of the full moon. And I think we're coming out of this full moon cycle, and I think we're in store for some epic style fishing. If you don't want to, perfect, thank you, John. If you don't want to suck at fishing anymore, go to yoursaltwaterguide.com. You never have to suck unless you're into it. If you're a member of my website, I make sure you don't have to suck. But if you're into sucking, then don't go to my website. Don't sign up for the cool amount of great videos that you have access to. I have over 400 how-to videos just to show you how to do it. Then for a small upgrade, we give you the hot spots, and another small upgrade, we give you the game plans that come out every Thursday at 3:30 in the afternoon, somewhere between 3:30 and 5:30, depending on how the internet works in beautiful Mexico. But we put those things out. And why do I do that? And why do I go through all that? Is because I want to make sure that you have the best possible time you can have out on the water on your private boat when you're out fishing. I want to make sure that you get to catch fish when you go fishing on your boat. That's why I built the website. That's why I spend so much time going over all the things I go over, is because I want you to be successful on your boat when you go fishing. I really do. I think it's super important for you to have the possibility of catching fish on your boat when you go out fishing. I don't want you following boats around. I don't want you watching other boats catch fish. You could save yourself a phenomenal amount of money. You could go on YouTube tonight and just watch videos of people catching fish. And I have people leave crappy comments on my videos all the time. Oh, do you ever catch any fish? Oh, you don't even fish. Oh, gang, I caught more fish in one day than most of you have seen your whole life. I don't make these videos to show you me catching fish. If that's what you want to see, then I'm not your guy. There's plenty of videos of people catching fish. They have no idea how they caught them, but they have a video of them catching a fish. And that's not what we do here at Your Saltwater Guide. What I try to do is help you to catch fish when you go fishing. But if there's some of you that want to watch me catch fish, send me an email on yoursaltwaterguide@yahoo.com, and I will send you all the videos I have of me catching fish. And you can watch me catch fish all day long. But the people that are really into it, they want to learn, how did I catch those fish? And that's what I do at yoursaltwaterguide.com. That's what I do on these shows every day. And that's why I'm telling you, don't get discouraged on what happened this weekend, that you went out, you didn't get a bite, but you looked at a lot of fish. Because if you stay with the same basic idea that you had last weekend and you follow my game plan, this weekend I have a really good feeling that you're going to do very, very well. You're going to be less fish watching and more fish catching. And there's nothing better than catching. Fishing's fun. Don't get me wrong. I have fun fishing, but boy, I have a really good time catching. It's way more fun to catch than it is to fish. So do yourself a favor. Ask your significant other, is it okay for me to spend $9.99, honey, on Dave's website? And then if you have to ask if it's okay, then you probably don't have a fishing problem. You probably have some other kind of problem, because that same person you're going to ask went to Starbucks this morning and spent $9 on a cup of brown water. Could you imagine? I wish I would have come up with that idea. I'm going to sell brown water in a building. You can drive through it. I'm going to charge you $9 for the brown water. And then we're going to put a bunch of candy in it. And you're going to drive around and tell everybody, this is the best tasting brown water I've ever had. You can't even taste the brown water. You got so much goddamn candy in it. It's so funny. But I'm sorry, I got off on a tangent there. But listen, gang, the reason why you guys got to fish watch this weekend and not fish catch is because of that moon phase. We're coming out of that moon phase. It's going to be phenomenal this weekend. Make sure you have a plan. Just like in everything in life, you have to have a plan. Just like that boat I showed you guys videos of how the neglect and how the seriousness of the neglect went. We're down here working on this boat every day, and we're going to show you videos of how it's supposed to look when we get done cleaning it all up. And you're going to be amazed at the way it's supposed to look. And it's not going to cost a bunch of money. It's not about money. It's about work. It's about doing it. It's about taking the extra step. If you don't know what I'm talking about, go look at my videos across all social media about this yacht and look at the lazarette compartment. That's the stern compartment. We opened it up and it was pretty scary looking. Criminal, if you would, lack of a better word. If your boat looks like that, go take the hatch off on the back and look at your steering box and look at all the hoses and everything in your stern compartment. That's why does that area get so abused and so neglected? That's where all the salt water goes all the time, and it wipes out all your equipment. So back to what we were talking about. I got off on a tangent again. This weekend should be really good because of the moon phase we're coming out of. Don't beat yourself up. If you were out there this weekend and you found fish and they didn't bite, congratulate yourself. You found fish. And a lot of you found Dorado in Southern California, which is, come on, that is pretty special. To see Dorado swimming around under your feet in Southern California, that's a big deal. And you were able to find that kelp patty with the millions of boats that were out this weekend. I'll keep trying to put you guys in the areas where there isn't any other boats and you can just go fishing. You can go on our, like I said before, you can go on our fish reports and look at all the people that went out fishing this weekend and found fish and didn't see any other boats. That's the key to this thing. Start fishing for fish. Stop fishing for boats. When your buddy or your sister or your cousin asks you, hey, what are all those? Why aren't we over there where all those boats are? You can tell them, because we're not fishing for boats. Captain Dave said to stay away from all the other boats. If you tell them, if you want to fish for boats, we could have stayed in the damn harbor. There's a million boats in the harbor. You do not have to spend money on fuel. You do not have to spend money on bait and tackle if you want to fish for boats. Get offshore, go look for some fish, go have a good time, get rested up, because it's going to be a phenomenal weekend. Don't forget to get some Baja jerky so that you have plenty of protein when you're out there catching fish, now that you're a member of my website. Oh, website. What's your website? YourSaltwaterGuide.com. If you've been living in a tunnel or in a cave, that's the only reason why you wouldn't know my website. Or you probably don't fish very often if you don't know who I am. YourSaltwaterGuide.com, gang. YourSaltwaterGuide.com will absolutely change what you catch, I promise you. I'll be here with you tomorrow. Promar Ahi USA. Promar Ahi Tuesday. Go to promarahi.com. Go buy some stuff from them. And we will talk about Promar product tomorrow. And we'll talk about some phenomenal fishing you can do with the Promar products tomorrow. There's one lure that's just knocking the crap out of them. We're going to talk about that tomorrow. And I will be here for you tomorrow, like I am every day, Monday through Friday. Thanks for joining us today. I hope you enjoyed the show. I hope you enjoyed what you do. And remember, I'm not for you all. I'm not for the snowflakes, and I understand that because I just tell the truth. Might not be your truth. It might not be the truth you want, but I do tell the truth. Thank you very, very much. Have a great day. See you later.